It's always fun to meet new people, and I love meeting other artists. And when folks show me their art, I just met this cool dude named Skylar. He showed me this art that he made, and it was really cool. He said he lives with this dude Gary Rogers, who's an artist. And, I thought that was just really cool, And gosh, I've met so many really wonderful, fantastic, special people. The theater actress, ballerina, movie star, Adrian, the extraordinary and fantastic people I've met. I mean, I think that's wonderful, and I would love to invite people like that to an art
In a
opening.
quarter mile, take exit 38 for New York 52 toward Fishkill, Carmel.
I'd love to invite y'all and people like this, Yeah, for those of you
Take exit
tuning in,
38, then turn right onto New York 52 East.
it was really nice talking to you. I feel like it was like we just kind of vibed, and it was fun to meet you. And I feel like, there was the dude Jack, the astrophysicist.
At the light, turn right onto New York 52 East.
I find humanity to be awesome, and just, it's wonderful, Of course there are some really fucked up people out there, but
Continue on New York 52 East for 5 miles.
most people are good, and every once in a while you do meet some really spectacular people. It's just like, wow, really? It's just amazing. There's so few people that I've met that come close to some of my friends that I've known well and spent the most time with over the years, because they're so unique and I guess not boring to me, because they were kind of like these characters, Sadly, I've lost a lot of friends. They died. They've died, and I know I'll never meet anyone like them again, And there's been more than a few who've sort of just disappeared off the face of the earth, and I don't know where they are. And I love to meet new people. I'm at a point in my life where I welcome making new friends and meeting new people. Now that my dad's not here in this world anymore, the world is that much more empty and alone feeling, and looking forward to having the estate sale at my house. And I know that life, I don't know how else to say this. I love my brother very much, and I would like for him to be involved with me in some capacity, in some way, as a family member, as my brother. And I would like to, honestly, at this point, I'm going to just conduct the estate sale and do what needs to be done. And if he wants to participate, it's up to him. But honestly, I would love to see him be my friend again and talk to me and hang out, It breaks my heart that my brother and I are not getting along, and we had tried to when my dad was alive, and there was a time there where things seemed kind of normal again, and I just feel so bad for him because it's not like he, I don't know, I guess it's like for me it's just painful, I guess I feel like a love for him, like he's my baby brother, like he's my little kid brother, and it's my flesh and blood. It's like you just don't feel that way about most people, I guess. He just sort of went off the rails and kind of got so angry and fed up with me and my dad that he just would lose his temper and get upset. I think that volatility, just made things worse. And when my mom died, it was so hard for my brother to process that and go through what he had to go through. Just like me, he felt like he was wronged, and he was. And my dad, the money that he did have saved was spent on attorneys and lawyers and protecting him, just as he would me. And through no fault of his own, felt sad for my brother. And then my brother, just kind of seemed to have one stroke of bad luck after the next, and I just felt like giving him money and helping him, giving him advice, and me and my dad would talk to him, and he would talk about what he's doing, his projects, and I feel like now he really doesn't have anybody to talk to anymore. If he doesn't, see me as his family, his brother, like his dad and his mom, kind of in one person, as his brother, it's like we had the same mom and dad, our brothers, we grew up together, and we should talk and spend time together. And my father was really trying to encourage that, and my brother always just seemed too busy, and he was always working and wrapped up in his own life and problems, and we would try to give him some advice, and he wouldn't listen, and he just became more hostile. And I feel bad that life is going by. I would like to say, hey Andreas, let's work together selling some stuff online, and maybe I can not because I paid $63,000 already into this that he would owe me, and I've been paying for everything. Let's work something out. If he wants to put his stuff into the storage container or put it in the backyard, I need to know, and he needs to sign a fiduciary thing for that joint state account, and realize that the will said that my dad wrote, I promised my dad I'm going to give Andreas a percentage of any sales of the art, and it's something that needs to happen. I have a citation for crying loud for the 2 cars in my driveway. I have to get them sold and out of there because they're not registered and they're just sitting there. And a roof that's with a hole in it caving in, and a house that's got a lot of work has to be fixed up, I need to get on with my life, so I'm not constantly working, struggling into my very old age, and I know we all don't invest wisely and make the right life choices, or have money just handed to us in life, you know what I mean? And for what it's worth, if my brother only realizes that his financial situation will be better if he just cooperates and talks to me about being the administrator of the estate, and how, if he doesn't want anything to do with it, the responsibility, the debt, then at least let me set up a little fund for him and make a little like shrine museum where you can always see the art his mom and dad left, and me as his brother. It's like, it's weird. Like, I wonder, does he love me? Does he see me as if I was on the side of the road bleeding? Would he keep driving? Would he pass me by? Is there something like I could say to him, like, hey, I'm sorry, I wasn't
In a
the
quarter
perfect
mile,
role
turn
model
right
for
onto
you?
White Pond Road.
Like, is there some way I could say, like, hey, I'm sorry, I wasn't the best, older brother that I could have been. I just feel like the things he said to me after my dad died.
Turn right onto White Pond Road.
His behavior, like, it just, it kind of made me feel like,
Continue on White Pond Road.
He had like an irrational way of looking at a lot of things, and my dad and I would talk about him a lot. We both were concerned about my brother. Even as my dad was dying, we were concerned that he had COVID, that his car was breaking down, and the things my brother said about my father made me feel really sad for my brother, that he never got to really know who my father was. As much as he thinks he knows, I don't think he ever really understood my dad. Well, took the time to listen to him, because he just heard my dad yelling at him every time my dad said one word to him. And I think the military made it worse. He just reacted in such a way that increased his level of hostility. I watched him deteriorate and not eat right and stay in that house with my dad, and brought my dad home from the hospital, and they told my dad he's going to be in a wheelchair. I remember it was just so sad. I think all these years have gone by, and I'm looking at the dates of the artwork, doing the inventory of stuff, and I noticed the paintings just sort of stopped in the early 90s, That's when our family things just, especially for me, age of 17, my life changed forever. And, they did what they did to my brother, and it made him angrier. Didn't make the world a safer place. Just like they did to me. And begs the question, like, are you making the world a better place by giving someone a ticket, or arresting them, or charging them for some bullshit that doesn't really matter anyway? You're just gonna make somebody's life that much more financially painful and punish them. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it, and I was so bitter as a kid that marijuana was illegal. I thought that was so wrong, and look today, they legalized it. So, just like, someone could walk down the street and say, man, fucking slavery? Yeah, man, that shit's fucking wrong. I hope they ban that shit, can you imagine? And that wasn't that long ago in this country. And as I drive up the most busy road in the world, I can't help but say to myself, God bless America. God, thank you for your service to my brother, because he did serve his country. Brother, we did grow up shit, you know, it was really fun. And yeah, I remember us riding bikes up and down this road, and only my brother could share that memory with me, like discerned memories of us. It's so special. I don't know who else in the world I'd call up and say, hey, remember that time mom and dad and you did that, you know? Remember the time dad did that? He's my brother Andreas would be the only person I'd call up and say, hey, you know, remember that time, or you know, and I don't know if that's important to him or not, and if he's old enough or mature enough, and, you know, like a lot of the kids up here didn't seem to travel that much or experience other cultures and different kinds of perspectives and views of life, and read and educate themselves about all that much outside of pop culture and television and going to the mall. And that, I think, was a shocker to my parents, that, you know, we had all these books in the house, and we were, really well exposed to the arts, especially Mozart and Philharmonic and Dizzy Gillespie. Just been raised to such an enrichment of art, but I feel like it's as if there was a switch that just went, and I get it, when you're on the other side of those bars, the other side of the law, your freedom's taken away, you're on probation. It's an awful fucking feeling. It sucks. If you accuse of something you didn't do, that really sucks. And then, I don't know, I just feel so like I really want to have a relationship with my brother, and I want to make it so that he can come and visit me and have dinner and holidays and be like a family again at the house, If he wants to invest in a property and me and fix it up, that'd be great. But for now, I gotta just do what we gotta do to save the place, And that's what I've been doing. He doesn't seem to be interested and didn't respond. And is it foggy? Wow. Talk about a snow melt. Talk about a foggy road. Wow. That is a foggy road, dude. So, yeah, I just feel like, it's so sad to come back to this house and it's empty. Gonna have to eat a cat and some boarders. Boarders and roommates and tenants and whatnot, but the house needs so much work. It's gotta be cleaned and renovated, zoned. I felt so bad, why wouldn't my brother want to just crash there and hang out and be peaceful, share the place, You know what I mean? But it's just not trying to. And I kind of get it, for him, there's not an attachment, there's a negative attachment, it's like he wants to get away. And me, I like it here, And I like to travel, I want to get away too, but I really actually like it here in my house. I like it at home. I like my backyard. I like this foggy road that I ran up this morning. And then, I tell you, folks, I've been working too much, doing things that, it's all in a day's work, right? leads up to the day that you make your masterpiece. But memory lane. And that's the wonderful thing about here. There's like the memory part of it, even the smells and the roads, the winding forests. It's all filled with memories. And now that my mom and dad are gone, it's like, wow, I really want to cherish that my brother is still here, and I hope he realizes, or I wonder if he even feels lonely or alone, or even thinks about me, you know. But I do care about him. I love him, despite all the shit that he did, you know. It's just like, now that I can resolve this, it's not going to be so lonely anymore here. But one thing at a time.